Welcome back to Dazzy Cars. Today, we're stepping into a world where reality bends, where raw power meets breathtaking artistry, and where the very idea of what a car should be is rewritten in fire, carbon fiber, and pure Italian madness. The Lamborghini Aventador. This is not transportation. This is not just speed. This is emotion weaponized, a rolling thunderstorm, a mechanical heartbeat that screams freedom, rebellion, and unapologetic dominance on every single mile of American asphalt it touches. When you see an Aventador, you don't just notice it, you feel it before it even arrives, like the ground itself preparing for the arrival of royalty. Now let's talk about the exterior, because this is where the Aventador declares war on the ordinary. The design is savage, angular, and brutally futuristic, like it was carved out of a jet fighter and fused with a mythological beast. Every sharp line feels intentional, every crease feels aggressive, every corner looks like it was sculpted by the wind at 200 miles per hour. The low, wide stance hugs the road with such confidence that even standing still, it looks fast enough to outrun time itself. The iconic Y-shaped LED headlights glare forward like a predator locking onto its prey, while the massive air intakes slice into the body like open jaws hungry for air and speed. The hood stretches long and flat, flowing seamlessly into those aggressive side panels where sculpted vents funnel air into the heart of this raging bull. The scissor doors rise skyward with theatrical perfection, transforming every entry and exit into an event, into a moment that silences conversations and steals the spotlight. Under the sunlight, the paint doesn't just shine, it burns, reflecting the world with a glossy intensity that makes the Aventador look alive, breathing, waiting, dominating. The rear is pure Lamborghini drama, with a monstrous diffuser, quad exhaust system, and a stance so wide it feels glued to the earth like it owns it. And then, you step inside, and the chaos transforms into focus power. Moving inside, the interior feels like a cockpit designed for someone who pilots adrenaline itself. You don't just sit in an Aventador, you strap into it. The low seating position, the high center tunnel, the fighter jet-inspired layout all conspire to create an atmosphere where you know instantly that this machine was built for one thing, driving with absolute intent. The leather wraps around you with luxurious precision, stitched with care that reflects both craftsmanship and performance heritage. Alcantara surfaces, carbon fiber accents, and metallic finishes combine to form an environment that feels futuristic, yet emotionally warm. The digital instrument cluster glows with sharp clarity, shifting its personality depending on your drive mode, feeding you vital performance data like a pulse monitor for a mechanical soul. The center console houses that iconic red flip-up cover over the start button, a theatrical gesture that turns every ignition into a ceremony. When you lift that cover and press the button, you don't just start the car, you awaken a legend. The steering wheel feels thick, commanding, alive in your hands, with paddle shifters that click like precision tools ready for battle. The infotainment system integrates modern technology, keeping you connected without ever distracting from the symphony happening right behind your spine. Now let's talk about the engine, because this is where the Aventador becomes more than a car. This is where it becomes a living force. Beneath that sculpted rear lies a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine, a masterpiece of engineering that delivers earth-shaking horsepower with a sound so pure, so raw, it feels like a concert written by the gods of speed. When you hit the throttle, the response is immediate, violent, intoxicating. The roar that explodes from the exhaust is not polite, not refined, it's primal, echoing across highways, bouncing off buildings, announcing to the world that something extraordinary just passed by. Acceleration feels like being launched from a catapult. Your chest tightens, your vision sharpens, your heartbeat synchronizes with the rising pitch of the V12 as the Aventador devours pavement with terrifying grace. 0 to 60 happens in the blink of an eye, but what stays with you is the feeling, that relentless surge, that endless pull, that sense that the car has more to give even when you think you've reached the limit. Handling is where this beast shows its intelligence. The all-wheel drive system grips the road with ruthless precision, allowing you to corner with confidence that defies logic. The steering is responsive, sharp, and deeply connected, translating every input into immediate action. You feel the road, the vibration, the subtle changes in texture, a direct conversation between you and the asphalt. The suspension balances Aggression with control, allowing the Aventador to shift seamlessly from highway cruiser to track monster depending on your mood, and yet, for all this madness, there's refinement. The drive modes transform the experience, dialing back the chaos when you want elegance and unleashing fury when you crave adrenaline. This car understands you. It listens. It reacts. It becomes an extension of your will. Now let's talk safety and pricing, because even legends must respect reality. The Aventador comes packed with advanced safety systems designed to keep its ferocity in check. Stability control, advanced braking systems, reinforced chassis construction, and driver assistance features work together to ensure that all this power remains manageable, controlled, and safe. It's a supercar, yes, but it's a responsible one when it needs to be. In terms of pricing, the Aventador sits proudly in the realm of automotive royalty. This is not a purchase, it's an investment in emotion, identity, and legacy. You're paying for craftsmanship, for performance history, for a name that echoes through automotive culture like thunder. And for those who understand, who live, for this lifestyle, the price becomes secondary to the experience. Driving the Aventador through American streets feels like commanding a moving spectacle. Heads turn, conversations stop, people stare with admiration, envy, and disbelief. Every tunnel becomes a cathedral of sound. Every straight stretch of highway becomes a runway for pure mechanical poetry. The world around fades away, leaving just you, the engine, and the endless road ahead. There's a moment, late at night, when the city lights reflect off the sharp angles of its body, when the exhaust cools and the engine settles into a deep rhythmic pulse, and you realize something profound. This car is not just about horsepower or speed. It's about emotion. It's about dreams. It's about living louder, faster, bolder than the rest of the world dares to. And if that fire inside you is burning a little stronger right now, if your pulse is racing just imagining this masterpiece, then make sure you lock yourself into the Dazzy Cars family by hitting that subscribe button in a way that feels legendary, because if your garage doesn't dream as big as your heart, you're doing life wrong. As this cinematic experience comes to a close and the echo of the Aventador's V12 fades into the night, remember this: our explosive deep dive on the Maserati MC20 is already uploaded and ready for you to experience right now. That stunning machine delivers elegance, precision, and emotional performance in a way only Maserati can, and it deserves your attention, your time, and your passion. Go watch that Maserati MC20 episode and feel the legacy continue, because legends don't stop, they evolve, and true car lovers never look away.